Hello! Life sucks. You thought 2020 was bad? Well, nothing's going away just because we decided a number changed. So, fuck it. I'm gonna talk about some precious, feel-good anime, cause I want to. I like cute shit, and we all should. Profound musings about the state of our world can come later, so for right now, let's just relax, put aside the doom scrolling, and remind ourselves that happiness is all around us, as long as we're willing to look. So here is a list of some shows that melt my heart, put a smile on my face, and make all of my worries disappear. Most to all of these are going to have little to no drama and just ask you to smile and occasionally cry. Now this is going to be a running theme throughout the video, but shows like Sweetness and Lightning are my absolute kryptonite. You see, I want to be a dad more than anything in the world. Like, my true dream is to be a stay-at-home or working dad to the point where I've genuinely thought about just adopting a kid, whether or not I'm married by like the time I'm 30 or something. Which is, I picked 30. And then there's several anime apparently, specifically about like, this guy is 30 now, and here's a kid. That comes up later. Anyway, Sweetness and Lightning is so precious. Watching the first episode had an impossibly large grin on my face and tears of joy in my eyes just the whole time. I was full-on crying by episode 3, and let me tell you, the grinning nor the tears stopped anytime soon. The show itself is about a teacher and single father cooking dinner with one of his lonely students in order to help make his precious daughter happy, and that's all the show needs to be. I already told you, we're not going deep into anything today. Probably could into all of these shows, but we're looking for smiles in this video, and that's what you get with this show, a large supply of smiles. The show teaches you some simple recipes and fun dishes to try and make at home, and it also makes me want to learn how to cook now for my future kids. And here's a picture of something I made. It's probably a picture of tonkatsu. Made that the other night. It was good. I did pretty well. It was really delicious. Maybe I'll put the recipe down below. I don't know. I don't know. If you couldn't tell, this video's like scripted, but also I just keep doing this. Expect this a lot throughout it, because I feel like it. I never get to do this. What was I talking about? And the fun part is that our main characters aren't chefs. There's not the overbearing explanation aspect a lot of these shows tend to have, where they go too far into detail and it ends up making it really alienating, like you already needed to be a chef to do it. It's just simple, careful, step-by-step instructions featuring characters just as hesitant but determined as you or me. Sticking with the dad route, Hinamatsuri is one of the sweetest and funniest shows you'll watch for a very long time. The simple premise is that a Yakuza member suddenly finds himself taking care of a powerfully psychic but woefully unemotional little girl. I can't stop laughing while reading this. A powerfully psychic but woefully unemotional girl when she teleports into his apartment. Chaos, cuteness, and hilarity ensues as we follow this unlikely family as well as several other young girls who appear whom we watch deal with things as funny as becoming a bartender as a 6th grader, to problems so powerfully real and heart-wrenchingly sad as being homeless and being taken in by a foster family, but not fully understanding how to accept that kind of parental love due to a previous need to always fend for oneself. This show is just straight sappy and comedy perfection from top to bottom. There's equal parts cracking up and bawling your eyes out. If you don't find yourself loving the characters and crying at least once by the end, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's some psychopath level shit right there. Hinamatsuri is a genuine 10 out of 10, if not really close to that. I am not exaggerating in the slightest when I say I very well could owe Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid my life. The truth is, I didn't care about anime in the slightest back in 2017 or before that. However, that summer I found myself in the pits of a horrible and painful depression for reasons that I will not get into. In my attempt to find something to make me feel at least slightly better, I decided to look for something terribly bad to laugh at, akin to a sci-fi original movie. My mind eventually landed on, well, there's nothing worse than anime. Surely it'll take me seconds to find something awful on Crunchyroll or something. Unfortunately, or I suppose fortunately, I had not honed my shit radar enough and watched Interviews with Monster Girls, thinking it would be like that other Monster Girl show that I had heard about. It was not. I cried. Now out of my emotionless robot stage and desperate for something to make me smile, I clicked Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I smiled. I cried. A lot. I got out of my depressive state, and if it were not for the cast of fun and overjoyous characters, I would not be here today. I mean, making videos about anime, not like dead. That's too much for this video. I just mean I wouldn't like anime, not that. Anyways, the intro alone still wells up a powerful joy inside of me, and that will never go away. If you like watching any of my videos, you can directly thank this show for teaching me that not all anime was trash, even though I would then go on to almost exclusively look for trash. I'd certainly say that this is the most all-around show on the list. You get some parental joy, some love joy, some friendship joy, etc. If there's something that makes your heart warm for some reason or another, it'll be in this show. Also, it should come as absolutely no surprise that Kana is the origin of me wanting to be a dad. I mean, just look at her. So cute. Anyways, on the complete opposite end, of wanting to care for someone is wanting to be cared for by someone. If the Ada Ada and Do You Love Your Mom videos didn't give it away, I am weak for a good One-san, Oka-san vibe. Just, And Miss Caretaker of Sanohara Soul is the epitome of mostly wholesome Ada Ada energy. The plot is about young Akun, who wants to finally start being seen like a man when he moves into the Sanohara house to go to school in Tokyo. However, the house is full of girls and a beautiful and loving caretaker who loves teasing her tenants with a big sister charm. The show itself has an aura that just feels like you're in the arms of the titular Kandinin-san as she pats your head and lulls you into a state of pure comf. There's admittedly a bit, a lot, of older girls wanting to tease the Shota, but look, I'm a 23-year-old man of at least average height, and I can't pull off getting to be a Shota anymore. My dream is already dead. Just let me have one thing. Just let me have this, please. Can I just please have one thing? Miss Caretaker. Fuck. Miss Caretaker takes a lot of pages out of the ecchi handbook of comedy, but pairs it with a vibe of a feel-good, heartwarming smile fest to prevent any actual sexy things from ruining your good time with a very different type of good time. If you're fine with a bit of lighthearted joking of the characters teasing each other, then you'll certainly enjoy this sweet treat of an anime. Oh, and if you're the piece of human garbage whoever tells someone that's not your own kid that Santa isn't real, I will personally come to your house and beat the ever-living If you want something a lot quicker to shoot that joy juice directly into your brain, joy juice? Why did I write that? Why did I write Joy Juice? Love is Like a Cocktail is a 3-minute anime of a stay-at-home ex-bartender husband making drinks for his busy office worker wife, and it's just pure preciousness. This isn't a cocktail. This is a smoothie. I guess that's a cocktail? Is a smoothie a cocktail? Because it is like a mix of things. Let me know. Let me know down below. Anyway. Udon Camp, or I guess it's Laid Back Camp now for season 2. I guess I finally changed the branding. Is the pure aesthetic realization of holding a cup of hot cocoa wrapped in a blanket and looking out a window over a snowy landscape while being texted cute dog pictures by your friends. Also, it has a season 2 now. I already said that. Udon Camp is about a group of high school girls going camping in the Japanese winter, and nothing will make you feel quite as cozy as these girls. One of the only cute girls doing cute things shows I've ever watched, Udon Camp excels in its stress-free environment and comfy attitude to make even me want to go outside. And I hate outside. At the time of writing this, there's only one episode out of the second season, but you know it's a good sign when I spent like half of my watch time rewinding the same minute over and over, trying to learn the mandolin part to the very first song in the show. Also, the theme song just slaps open with one of my favorite aesthetics and a slamming tune that is, I don't know if it's on par yet with Shining Days, because the first, oh man, Shining Days, like, so good. That Jackson 5 vibe is something we never get anymore, and that opening is so good. Great song. Can we get more Shining Days like OPs? I guess is what I'm asking here. That's what I want in anime. Just that. Ending is just as beautiful as the first season too. Just great music, man. Udon Camp and music are like, they know what they're doing. Whoever it is, I'll look it up. I'll put the name here. Geniuses, all of them. I doubt it's gonna go downhill, because when you aim for drama-free, comfortable vibes, it's kind of hard to miss that. Honestly, if you somehow like have not watched Udon Camp at this point, what are you doing with your life? I know for a fact you have nothing better to be doing because you're watching this video, and this is less important than Udon Camp. So you have no excuse. Go watch Udon Camp. Finish the video first. Finish this because my watch time. Then go watch Udon Camp. Glad we settled that. Surprise! Back to dad vibes, but this time it's raising an animal boy. That's right. People can have sons too. Wild concept, I know. Bokos Udon World, or the Golden Furball of Udon Country. I don't know why they didn't keep that name. That name's really good. I kept thinking about it because I was reading kind of the Japanese title every time the title came up, and I was like, I mean, that clearly like doesn't say Poko, it doesn't say world. Like Poko's Udon World, good name, pretty like really good name. But the Golden Furball of Udon Country is so cute. I love that name. Boko's Udon World is about Sota, a 30-year-old man coming home from the sticks from Tokyo after the passing of his father. I told you the 30-year-old thing was gonna come back. I swear, like, I decided 30 before I watched this show. While preparing to clean out the old udon shop his family owned, he finds a young boy who happens to be a shape-shifting tanuki taking the form of a child. The show is beyond precious as you watch Sota slowly learn how to care for Poko, while also digging up countless dear memories of his youth in Kagawa and realize that no matter where he is, his home and his family will always be with him. Needless to say, I cried at the end. Really hard. I cry very easily. People think like I'm like this emotionless robot a lot. It's very easy to get me to tear up. It takes like nothing for me to tear up. But to cry as hard as I did at the end of Poko's Udon World, that took a lot. And like, I was crying like a baby. Like, I was crying really hard. Taking place in the countryside of Kagawa Prefecture, now advertised as the Udon Prefecture, this show is one of those Hallmark-style take a break from the big city life and enjoy the open skies and fresh air of the home you once found ironically suffocating, while also being a blatant advertisement for Kagawa. Sota's voice actor is also the father in Sweetness and Lightning. This lion character, Gao Gao-chan, is voiced by Yakuza's Kazuma Kiryu.
涙を拭きな、マスカラが取れる。
ダメダメダメよダメなのよ
And the preview sections are done by famous actor and Kamen Rider G3, Kaname Jun, a resident of and now vice governor of the Udon Prefecture as part of their ploy to rebrand themselves. There's not much else to say aside from the fact that this show is just pure emotional bliss. And the theme song slaps. If I had to recommend one of these shows, it would probably be Poko's Udon World. It's as good as everything else. It's not like it's a tier above the rest. It's just, I never hear anyone talk about this show, and I think it deserves way more attention. Like, I've heard of everything else on this list. I had never heard people talk about Poko's Udon World. It hit me in a lot of ways. Stellar show. Seriously, if you pick one, make it Bokos Udon World. Bonus time! Komi can't communicate. It's a manga, that's why it's bonus. My good friend Dakota Broski, amazing man, love him, loves this manga so much that when I recently visited Barnes & Noble to waste money on manga for the first time, I figured, yeah, sure, I'll finally pick up Komi-san. I now own every English volume, and I've already pre-ordered volume 11. This manga is the most pure, wholesome, funny, and beautiful shit I've ever read. Komi herself is a treasure who deserves to be cherished and protected for all of time. And I am also painfully average and get a cowlick when my hair is short, like Tadano. It gave me some hope, thinking that maybe one day I could find someone like Komi. Obviously, there are shows that I missed or maybe forgot because of the sheer amount of trash I have hammered into my brain over the past year. Please do your fellow viewer a kindness and go down below and list some of your own favorite wholesome shows. In a time of such unprecedented awfulness, let's work together to smile for a bit. If you want more like this, or more that's completely the opposite of this, feel free to subscribe, because there is no telling what kind of content I'm going to upload next. It is really a crapshoot. If you're watching this on a Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday, there's a good chance that night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be streaming on twitch.tv/SteveSekai. Thank you for watching. Go smile. Go watch some cute stuff. Go read some cute stuff. Go smile. Just, take a break. You deserve one. I believe in you. That's a big thing. I believe in you. You're amazing. You can do whatever you put your mind to. I believe it. You're all amazing. Everybody watching this, you're amazing. And you are loved and cherished. And you deserve the world.